Our prayers have finally been answered. Chase has recently updated the sign-up bonus on the Sapphire Reserve after years of being neglected. The new limited time increased sign-up bonus is now 80,000 Chase points, which is 20,000 more points than what it was before. But despite the increased offer, is the Chase Sapphire Reserve still worth it? In this video, of course, we're going to talk about the new sign-up bonus, but we will also revisit the Sapphire Reserve credit card as a whole. Does this card deserve a spot in your wallet? Should you get another premium travel credit card? Or maybe you'll benefit more from a lower tier card instead. First things first, let's talk about that new sign-up bonus offer. Believe it or not, but this is the best sign-up bonus offer for the Chase Sapphire Reserve in 5 years. Can you believe Chase took that long to make a significant change? You could have finished college in 5 years. You could have walked around the entire circumference of Earth in less than 5 years. But yet here Chase is taking their sweet old time when it comes to giving attention to one of their flagship credit cards. Looking back at the history of the Sapphire Reserve sign-up bonus, we could see why this is significant news. This card started off with a bang because it initially offered a 100,000 point sign-up bonus. Then, one short year later, Chase dropped the value of this sub by half. Then they played a game of back and forth for a few years until October 18th of 2022. Maybe they finally realized that offering a higher sign-up bonus on a lower tier credit card is kind of a problem. And that's why I'm proud to introduce the limited time offer of 80,000 Chase points after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening. Pay attention to the limited time part because I don't see this offer lasting past the end of 2022. In my humble, non-professional opinion, I believe that this offer would end somewhere around December of this year. I think it's wishful thinking to see the sign-up bonus going into January of 2023. That's because when credit card companies say limited time on their sign-up bonus offers, they usually mean it'll last only around 3 to 4 months. And since this offer went live in mid-October, the end of the year really does seem like an even more appropriate ending time. The value of this new 80,000 point offer is now worth $1,600 at a 2 cent per point valuation. Compare that to the usual 60,000 bonus point offer, which is only worth $1,200 using the same cent per point value. You're basically getting the equivalent of at least 1 or maybe 2 round-trip economy flights within the continental United States. With this information alone, if you were on the fence about the Sapphire Reserve, I say that you should pick it up ASAP in order to lock in this offer. However, for the majority of you, I want to talk more about the credit card itself because even with an elevated offer, the Reserve may not be your best option. One of the reasons why you may be hesitant about the Chase Sapphire Reserve is because it has a $550 annual fee. This is not a cheap credit card by any means, but there are a few things that you could do with this card to help justify that price, and we're gonna go over them right now. Starting with the most obvious and easiest way to justify that annual fee, you will receive a $300 travel credit every year. If you use this credit to its entirety, you will bring down the effective annual fee to a more manageable $250. That means when you book a flight or a hotel, the Sapphire Reserve will first use up that travel credit. The even better news is that the travel credit can also be used for a wide range of travel expenses such as Airbnbs, taxis, trains, buses, toll booths, parking garages, and more. It's so easy that I bet you could use every single dollar of your travel credit before you purposely take a flight or book a hotel. There is no need to activate this offer. Just pay for your eligible travel purchases and you're good to go. The travel credit that we just went over is great if you want to pay cash for your next flight or hotel stay, but what if you didn't want to pay cash? Yes, your first thought might be just find a sugar daddy or sugar mama, but the much easier option is to travel using your Chase points. The Sapphire Reserve allows you to transfer your points to a travel transfer partner at a 1-to-1 ratio. Lucky for us, Chase has one of the best travel partners lists out there, especially because it is the the only one with Hyatt as a partner. By redeeming your points using this method, you should have no problem finding redemption values of at least 2 cents per point. This is how you could take the 80,000 points from your sign-up bonus and turn that into $1,600 worth of travel. Although transferring your points is probably the best value redemption method there is, it could also be one of the most frustrating. That's because it requires a bit of effort to constantly check if there are seats available to be purchased using points. Also, it makes it significantly easier to book flights with points if your travel dates are very flexible. But not all of us can take a vacation whenever we want to. Instead, if you still want to use your points for travel but want a less stressful and simpler booking experience, the Sapphire Reserve has yet another travel solution for you with this card, because you'll receive 50% more redemption value with your points if you redeem them for travel through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. Essentially, you'll automatically be receiving a valuation of 1.5 cents per point. Yes, that's lower than the average 2 cents per point valuation from transferring your points to a partner. However, it's way more convenient booking through the portal than trying to find a perfect flight to book using your points and transferring them to a travel partner. The only real downfall of booking through the Chase portal is that if something goes wrong with your travel itinerary, you could find yourself in yet another frustrating experience. For example, if your flight gets canceled or has a major delay, you'll have to jump through multiple hoops talking to the airlines and talking with Chase in order to try and find a solution. This isn't just a Chase travel portal problem, but a common issue anytime you use a third party to book your travel itinerary. It's always the most reliable to book directly with a hotel or airlines if you are concerned that there might be an issue later down the road. The next two benefits that you could use to justify the Chase Sapphire Reserve are also travel related. You'll receive either a complimentary TSA PreCheck, Global Entry, or Nexus membership every 4 years. TSA PreCheck helps expedite the security process in US airports. Global Entry includes TSA PreCheck and also expedites the process of re-entering the United States from an international country. And a Nexus membership will expedite border travel between specifically Canada and the United States. Another travel benefit is a complimentary Priority Pass Select membership. With Priority Pass, you have access to over 1,000 airport lounges across 500 cities worldwide, but what makes the Sapphire Reserve special is that you can also have access to Priority Pass restaurants. At Priority Pass restaurants, you receive a $28 food and drink credit to enjoy a free meal, which is usually better than the buffet food offered at most Priority Pass lounges. This is great for the Sapphire Reserve because although the Amex Platinum card gives you a Priority Pass membership, it doesn't give you access to Priority Pass restaurants. You can also travel peacefully knowing that this credit card will give you protections such as trip cancellation/interruption insurance, lost luggage reimbursement, and primary car rental insurance. Those were the main benefits of the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but there is still 2 more features that will help you with your decision. The first is the Sapphire Reserve's reward multipliers. Since the Reserve is a travel credit card, you'll receive 5x on flights through the Chase portal, 10x on hotels and car rentals through the Chase portal, and 3x on all other travel. Keep in mind that the reward multiplier for the 3x travel category is just as flexible as the eligible purchases for the travel credit that we mentioned earlier. This means you're earning 3x points when you pay for parking garages, Airbnbs, for public transportation, and so on. The 2 non-travel related bonus categories are 10x on Chase dining purchases and 3x on dining at restaurants. You'll earn 1x points on everything else. Along with the reward multipliers, the Sapphire Reserve also comes with a handful of partner benefits that you could take advantage of. You'll earn 10x points on all Lyft rides, receive a $10 monthly statement for GoPuff purchases, get 1-year DashPass membership with $5 of DoorDash credit every month, and get a 1-year Instacart Plus membership with a monthly $15 statement credit. All in all, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is packed with features, but is it the right card for you? Personally, I do not have the Reserve right now, and I never had it in the past. Will I ever get it in the future? Possibly. Currently, I use the Chase Sapphire Preferred, Amex Platinum, and Amex Hilton Aspire cards for my travel-related needs. Honestly, even if I were to get the Sapphire Reserve, I think I would still get the Capital One Venture X before I get that card. For my current situation, it would be hard to justify the annual fee, and that's the reason why I don't currently have the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Yes, there are some of you out there that live and breathe the Sapphire Reserve and can somehow justify the annual fee. That's great, but I'm just not one of you. Chase needs to add more benefits or credits to this card that I could use before I think about applying for it. But if you currently have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or you are thinking about getting the Chase Sapphire Reserve, I would recommend watching this video which I made that goes over 7 different ways that you can maximize this credit card. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Shoots!